Greetings, greetings. Let's get to our mats, cross-legged seated position. Hope you're feeling good today. Cross-legged seated position. That's my boy. Oh, very warm. Hello, Bodhi. You're very warm too. Right, let's all start to settle. Now comes the bone. No, we don't want the bone. I don't want that. We don't want that. We're trying to calm down. No, Blue, don't bark. See, so life continues all around us. Maybe you have babies crying. Maybe you have dogs bringing you toys. Maybe you have husbands, partners needing things. So how do you find your time in your day for you? Right? It'll all keep going on around you unless you find a little bit of space just for you. And it starts by simply sitting in a quiet space and closing your eyes. You could have all that stuff going on around you, and you can get to a space within yourself, even with your eyes open, that you are in a state of meditation. So close your eyes, bring your hands, turn your palms up on your knees, maybe bringing the thumb and the forefinger together. This is an energetic seal. It's called Yana Mudra. It's for knowledge and wisdom. As you inhale, just lengthen up the spine so you have a nice, strong, powerful energy rising from the base of your spine up through the crown of your head, and start to just take that breath from the base of your spine up to the crown and all the way back down the front of the body, back into the ground. Inhaling all the way up the spine. No, Blue, Bodhi, just ignore my animals, please. And hold your peace, hold your breath. Take that breath really deep into the body. Return it to the space outside the body. And when you're ready, just drawing the hands in to the heart, palms pressed together. And just consider why you showed up to your mat today. That is your intention, that feeling of connection, connection with yourself, connection with your body, connection perhaps with your spirit, your soul, your essence, that part of you deep down in there that is different to the space suit that you're embodying. Your skin, your bones, your clothes, your personality, the way you look. So feel that spark of energy inside that suit, that light, that fire, that essence, that energy. Start to ignite that energy by breathing deep into the belly and exhaling out through the nose, drawing your belly button into your spine. Let's begin to heat up. We're using the breath, inhaling and exhaling a little deeper. You start to make the sound of the ocean in the back of the throat, almost like a ha sound, but with the lips sealed. This audible breath called Ujjayi, pranayama, victorious breath. On your next inhale, extending the hands above the head, reaching up, lengthening the spine, maybe the eyes softly open. And as you exhale, come forward onto all fours. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Take the knees hip width apart, curl the toes under and drop the belly on an inhale. Exhale, push the mat away, suck your belly button to your spine, chin into your chest. Cat and cow. Just moving the spine. Inhale, exhale. And coming into neutral spine, curling the tail all the way up to the sky, drawing the heels back and finding your downward facing dog, paddling out the heels if that feels good, spreading your fingers. Slowly coming onto the toes, bending the knees and finding your way to the top of the mat. Bring your hands to your shins, look out. Try to flatten the back, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, fold in and look at your knees. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Draw the hands high above the head, palms touch, look up. Now draw the hands down through the heart, thumbs coming in to the body. Drawing the chin into the chest, the belly button into the spine, and tuck the tailbone. Connect with your breath for me. Deep inhale, deep exhale. On your next inhale, reach those hands high. Take hold of your left wrist. Take it over, a little side bend. Now lifting up through that wrist, pressing down into that left foot. You feel the opposites in the shape. Inhale, come tall. So rooting with the feet, reaching with the fingers. Switch sides, other side. Leaning, take the gaze to the elbow. That's it, inhale, nice and tall, reaching with the hands. Open out, take a little back bend for me. Back bend of your choice, whatever feels good. Offering the heart. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, swan diving, chest coming down to thighs. Good, bring the hands on the shins for me. Inhale, a halfway lift. Now palms down, take the feet back. And if you're beginning your practice, just maybe drop to all fours for the first one, or draw shoulders over, wrists in plank, and lower down. Elbows are into the side. Release the toes. Draw the chest through and up. Pull the shoulders back gently. Look up. Roll onto one side for me, just because that always feels so good. Inhale. Exhale takes you over the other side. Look over your shoulder. Come back to center. Curl the toes. Take the hips high to downward dog. Take 3 breaths in down dog. Drawing the heels down towards the mat. Lengthening through each vertebrae. Spread the fingers. High on the toes, bend the knees, walk back to the top of your mat. A halfway lift, your fingers can be in line with the toe tips or on the shins. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, Strong feet. Lift up. Belly buttons into the spine. Nice strong body. Palms up. Bring the hands back down through the heart. Take a breath here. Re-engage that breath. Begin again. Second cycle of the sun. Sun sal A. Salutation. Take a little side bend. Any side. Take it over. Good. Inhale back to center. Reach up. Look up. Other side. We start to flow with the breath. It becomes a moving meditation. Open out. Take a back bend. Squeezing the shoulders. Inhale, tall. So following your breath. Exhale, swan dive in. Halfway lift. Palms down, feet back. Take that transition, that vinyasa. Back to downward facing dog. Lowering down. Sweeping the chest through. Maybe staying, maybe floating the knees off the ground. If that's in your practice. Always soft elbows. Maybe a hip roll over if that feels good. Back to down dog. Drawing the heels back down to the mat. Just shake your head side to side. Finding stillness for the last breath. Come high on the toes. Walk, step maybe. Float the feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Drawing all the way up. Palms touch above the head. Draw the hands down and we'll do one more round. Inhale through. Take the wrists, take a side bend. Other side. Follow the speed of your breath. So I breathe quite slow. Inhale tall, exhale, swan dive in. So take your time. We'll always be meeting in downward facing dog, a halfway lift. Palms down, feet back, flowing through to your down dog. Come high on the toes, walk, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Come all the way up. Draw the palms back down to the heart. Good. Chin into the chest, belly button draws in, tailbone heavy. Re-engage that breath. Now bend the knees, sink the hips, lower down and draw the hands up above the head, keeping the palms together. Pick up all 10 toes. Draw your belly in and let your tailbone be heavy. It's chair pose. Take a little twist out to the left. So right elbow, left knee. Take the gaze high to the sky. Maybe trying to float. Right toes off the mat, bringing that right heel into the bum. It's like a flamingo. Just a little balance, challenge, see where you're at. Release, inhale, come back to center. Lift up all 10 toes so the weight's in your heels. Exhale, twist it out, other side. So get your elbow to the outside of the knee, press the hands down so you have a solid rotation there. Draw the belly in for stability. Maybe floating, left heel up towards the bum. See where we're at with our balance. Drop the foot, come on up to center. Come all the way up, take a back bend and fold, zip it down the middle. Draw the palms all the way down. Release the hands, halfway lift. Good. Step back, left foot. Drop the back heel and come on up. Come on up. Into your warrior one. Now draw the body forward, draw the hips down towards the mat. Relax the shoulders. Open out, warrior two. Draw the hands wide. Dip into that front leg and gaze at the front middle finger. Flip the palm, reach forward. Reverse the warrior. Good, draw that right hand overhead. Look up at that hand. Dip into that front leg a little more. Releasing, right hand all the way down to the floor. In front, fingers right in front of the toes. Try to float that back leg off the ground. Reaching, left hand high. It's called half moon. Keeping your gaze steady. Opening out the hip. Flexing that back leg. Good, now soften your front leg. Drop that back leg back to the mat. Come onto your toes. Both hands framing the front foot. Little twist out to the right. Dragonfly twist. Take one more breath. And we're going to take that right leg back to side plank. If side plank is not in your practice, you can drop the back knee. Take that right foot all the way back. If side plank's in your practice, you're facing the right, you're on the knife edge of the feet. Maybe you can practice floating top leg. Or stay low with the knee down, your choice. Good, bring the right hand down. Find your way back to plank or all fours. I'll take the all fours version, lower down. Sweep it through. Exhale, hips high. Downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Finding your way back to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Bring those palms together. Pick up all 10 toes. Good, twist it out to the left. Press those palms down, lift the chest off the thighs. Maybe floating that right foot. Just for a breath. Place it down, chair pose, lift the hands. Twist out other side. Take the gaze up to the sky, maybe floating, left heel into the body. Place the foot down, chair pose. Come all the way up, a little back bend, releasing the thighs. Thank goodness for that. Zip it down the middle. Halfway lift. This time, exhale, step back with the right foot. Drop the back heel, and when you're ready and steady, you come on up to warrior number 1. Dip in. Drawing that right hip forward, breathing. Right, notice the heat in the body now. Open out to 2. Taking that gaze to the front middle finger. Relax your shoulders. Flip the palm, reach and reverse. Gaze up to those fingers and dip in a little bit more to that front leg. That left hand comes all the way in front of those left toes. Finding your balance. Slowly, see if you can draw that back leg up to the sky, opening out the hip, opening out that right hand to the sky. It's called half moon. We'll take 3 breaths. Keep your gaze steady. Soften that front leg, drop the back foot. Bring the hands to frame the foot, and on an inhale, so lift your back heel off the mat. Left hand high, so Dragonfly Twist. Now this is where we take side plank, same side, so that front leg will go back. I'm going to drop to my back knee because my wrist is not good. So I'll take that leg behind and open out to the side. So that's your alternative. Maybe you can float your leg. Lifting the hips, a little strength posture. Take your vinyasa, flow through to downward facing dog. Nice and slow. Down dog now becomes a resting shape. Shake your head a little side to side. Working with our soul. Connecting with the breath to our soul. Come high on the toes, bend the knees. Walk, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Lengthening. Exhale, fold in. Coming all the way up to the top of the mat. Hands rise. Exhale, hands down through heart. Reconnecting. Taking the hands down to the sides. Stepping the feet hip width apart for me. So you haven't got big giant hips, and if you have, it's all good. Step your feet that width then. It's about 2 fist distance. Spread the fingers, draw the chin in, draw the belly in, squeeze the tailbone under. So it's keeping all that energy flowing right where we need it in here. Take a deep inhale, reach the hands above the head, look up. Exhale, fold in, take those 2-piece fingers to bind your big toes. So if you have to bend down to get there, bend down to get there. Take an inhale, try to lengthen, look out. Exhale, draw the body in. Your elbows coming out to the sides, you're pulling up on your toes, your head is relaxed. Maybe shake it side to side. And lift your tailbone up. As though you got a string coming out your bum, dragging it up to the sky. Good, release the toes. Now walk onto the palms of your hands. Toes coming into the crease of the wrist. Again, bend your knees to get in there. Take an inhale, you look forward, you try to lengthen. And as you exhale, lift that bum up. Draw the body in. And bring your weight a little bit into the toes. And if you lift up out of the wrists, you're getting a beautiful wrist opening. Shake your head a little. On your next exhale, take your hands to your hips, and on an inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, you ground down. Let the blood flow, the energy reset. Bring your hands to heart. You're at the top of your mat. You're going to take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, step out. Step out to the left. Turn those toes to the back of your mat. Other toes, these right toes, about 45 degrees. Can you see what it does to your hip? So if you leave your toes out there, your hips pointing to the front. So draw the foot round. Release the hands long. Take a deep inhale and reach to the back of the mat. Both legs straight. Front leg can have a little micro bend. Slowly draw that left hand down. right hand high to the sky. It's called triangle shape. We'll take 5 breaths. I want you to rotate that front leg open. Inhale, lengthen the body. Think of your spine lengthening. As you exhale, opening, and the gaze is up at the top hand. If your neck hurts, just look down at your feet. Breathe. Gaze down at the big toe. Inhale. That right hand brings you all the way up. Rotate the toes to the opposite direction. Back to the front of your mat. Get that back foot round. Same shape, other side. So reach. Draw the right hand down. Left hand high. Take the gaze to the sky. Open out the thighs. And rotate open. So think about rooting with your feet and rising with that top hand, that opposites, that yin-yang in each shape. Gaze down at the big toe. Inhale, lifts you up. Rotate to the back of your mat. Now both toes facing the back of your mat. Bring your left hand on your hip. Take your right hand to the sky. You're using that left hand to draw that hip back. Lift up. Exhale, draw the body forward. Draw the body down. Take that right hand onto the shin. Pulling, drawing gently that left hip back. And then open out that left hand to the sky. It's a revolve triangle. And it's quite a challenging shape for most of us. Depends how your thoracic spine is. Take an inhale, come all the way up. Windmill the hands round. You turn your toes back to the front of your mat. Take the right hand on the hip, you draw it back. You reach up with the left, so you want the length, and then draw forward. Bringing that left hand to the outside of the shin. Now, right hand, draw it up. You'll see if there's any shoulder issues. Taking the gaze up to that hand. You can also, if that's painful on the shoulder, you bring your hand to your hip and just open out the elbow. Take one more breath. Open out to the side. Take a little back bend. It's a reset. Feet together, hands together, at heart, top of your mat. Take a breath, reset. Good. Take a wide step out to your left. Left toes pointing, right toes coming round, bringing that hip, dip in to that left leg. Bring the left elbow down to the knee. Extend the right hand overhead like a swimmer's stroke. Extended side angle. You're gazing up at that finger. Think about the two opposites. So pressing down with that right foot, reaching with these right fingers. You'll feel this long line of energy down the body. Take an inhale, come on up, same shape, back to the front of your mat. So I always bring my feet round, dip into that front leg, elbow to knee, extend hand overhead, take the gaze up last. Now, find the duality, the reaching, the rooting. And just make sure you're not dumping into that knee. You can always raise it off. Thinking about opening. Inhale, come all the way up, 5-star. So you're opening out, yay, feet together, hands together, reset, top of the mat. Good, take a wide step out. Rotate to the back of your mat and drop down to the back knee. Bring the hands to heart. Your back toes are still curled under. Take that right elbow, cross it over. So you have your Revolve Twist. Gaze to the ceiling and press the hands down so it lifts your belly off your thigh. Maybe you float that back knee off the ground. And you breathe and you balance and you find stillness. Good. Rotate all the way back to the front. Same shape. You drop to the back knee to set up. Hands to heart. Left elbow. Right knee. So find your twist first. Press the hands down. Gaze up. When your gaze is steady, maybe float the back knee. And you don't have to float your back knee. You're getting the Revolve Twist is the most important. You choose where you're at today. Good. Inhale, open out, 5-star. You take a back bend, you reset, top of the mat. You come back to your breath, come back to your body. Stillness. Good. Now take a wide step out to the side of your mat. Toes parallel with the edge of your mat. Open out the hands. Take another back bend. Exhale. We fold in. Crown of head to the ground. Fingers in line with the toes. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold in a little deeper. You can maybe walk the fingers behind. Turn them round. Draw the body forward. And if you're here, that's okay. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Just relax your head and shake it side to side. You're allowing your lower back to decompress. It might be super tight. It's okay. It's where you are. Bring your hands to your hips. And on an inhale, rise. Pressing down with those legs. Exhale. Ground down. Bring your hands out again, clasping them behind the back. Now push those hands all the way back. Draw the shoulder blades together. Look up. Exhale. Draw the body down one more time. Bring the hands off the lower back if you can. Crown of head towards the floor. You're really getting a nice opening on the shoulders. Shake the head side to side. Good. Inhale, you rise. Good. Curl the heels in. Walk toe heel actually just a little bit wider than hip width. Release the hands to heart. You're facing the side of your mat. Take an inhale and slowly lower down to Malasana, Yogi Squat. That's it. Bring your elbows inside the knees and maybe rock a little side to side. That's it. See if you can get your heels down for me and lift the body up. If you can't get your heels down, take the feet wider. And breathe. Release the hands in front. Open out the palms. Press those knees out. Oh no, now he wants to go out. You know how it goes. Kiss, shake, walk to the door, and bark. How well do I know my boy? Bring the fingers down in front. Lift the bum high. Bring your hands to your hips and slowly come on up. Feet together, hands together, top of the mat. And breathe. Taking opposite elbow into the hands. Take an inhale, take a little step out, a short step out to the back of your mat. Both toes pointing the same way. Step out a little bit so you get a good base for balance. Take an inhale and take a little back bend. Exhale, draw the body out and down over that front leg. You can have a little micro bend in that front leg. Draw the belly button in. And take your gaze to your knee so you release the head. Now take the gaze to your tip of your nose.
You're withdrawing your senses when you have a gaze point, a drishti. Softening into that front leg, floating that back leg, releasing the hands, coming into airplane, Digasana. Draw the body down, flex out that back leg, and finally, just drop that right hip. You're going to see how strong that standing balancing leg is. See what you have to work with. Three more breaths. Drop the back foot. Bring the hands back together. Raise up, lift on up. Rotate the toes back to the front. Setting yourself up. Take an inhale, a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold, over that front leg. Nice and slow. You can have a little micro bend in that front leg. Draw the belly button in. Good, soften into that front leg. And this is where you fly that back leg up. Releasing the hands behind. It's called airplane. Trying to do your best to drop that left hip. Two more breaths. Drop that back foot, bring the hands behind, rotate to the side and open out, 5-star. Feet together, hands together, top of the mat. Take a breath. Exhale it out. And again, inhale through the nose, exhale it out through the mouth. Seal the lips. Breathe. And we'll do some balancing postures. So taking right knee in towards the chest. Now if you need to go to a wall, go to a wall. Interlacing the fingers and lifting on up. Your gaze, super important, just looking in front of you. Take 2 more breaths. One more breath. Good, opening out that knee to the side. Take the left hand to the hip. Maybe taking the gaze over the opposite shoulder. So adjusting your gaze may make you wobble. So the breath super steady, the gaze super steady, body hopefully follows. Draw the knee back to the center. Hug it in and extend that leg, hands to the hips, point the toe. Replace the toe down, shake it out. Other side. When you're ready, from a nice firm base, draw that left knee in. Lift up. Nice, strong, standing leg. So serious. Good, right hand to the hip, open out that knee to the side. Adjusting your somatic body sensations, maybe taking the gaze over, allowing the eyes to settle. It's like a yoga rave happening. Good, draw the knee back to center. Bring the hands to the hips and extend that leg long. Breathe, look at your big toe. Release it down, shake it out. Finding stillness, nice and steady, hands to heart.
When you're ready, we'll take tree pose. So bringing the foot into the ankle, so you have less place to fall, or you can grab the heel all the way up. Take your gaze in front of you and maybe begin to grow your tree. Lifting up as you're rooting down, literally rooting your tree. Opening your branches, maybe thumb and forefinger. Bringing the hands back into heart. Replacing the foot, finding stillness. I'm trying to do yoga, little fella. And balance the other foot onto the ankle. That's it, or draw that heel all the way in. You know, he makes it more realistic, right? Can I find stillness when there's a pool guy wandering around outside? No comment. Inhale, reach the hands up, lift up. Maybe opening out, thumb and foot slipped off. Oh, bloody hell, I'll leave it there. Bringing the hands all the way back into heart. See, I thought pool boy and I fell over. Draw the feet together, hands together at the heart. Bring the hands down by the side. You're at the top of your mat. Take an inhale, reach up. Well done, good job. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, and I'll meet you in down dog, however you want to get there. Whether you flow through your vinyasa transition or just step back to down dog, it's your choice. Taking 3 breaths in your down dog, finding stillness. So we moved through Ashtanga vinyasa standing series, some of those postures to lock you into your body, to lock you into your breath, and to feel the shapes a little bit deeper. Take an inhale high on the toes. Bend the knees down to the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Find child's pose for me. Forehead into the mat. Let your belly fall down. Shoulders, elbows, relax. Take 10 breaths here for me. Slowly rise, come onto your bum, draw the legs straight out in front. Just maybe remove the flesh from your sit bones. Take an inhale, reach the hands up. Lift up with the spine and exhale. Draw the body forward into forward fold. Slowly rise. Good. Draw the heels in towards the body. Take the hands behind you. Fingers point to the toes and lift up. Reverse tabletop.
Slowly start to lower down. As the tailbone hits the mat, lift the toes up. Walk the body up, lift up through the chest, and maybe raise the hands. Okay, cross the ankles. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, draw the body forward. Slowly, slowly. You'll feel it in your hips. Take a breath. Slowly come back up. Lift the toes back into boat pose. Now your hands can be down if you like, but try to lift those knees. Lift up the chest. Extend the hands and maybe play with extending the legs long. Try it if you haven't tried this. Maybe you fall back because your belly can't handle it. It is what it is, right? Shows you where you are. You just try to find some stillness. Cross the ankles into the body. Reach the hands up. And exhale, slowly fold forward. Draw the chin into the chest, soften the elbows. Take a breath. Slowly rise. We'll do one more. Bring the feet up. And if the hands were down, practice, play, lift the chest, lift the hands. Just have a go. It's the most important thing that you try your best. That's all we need in life and in your practice. Good. Cross the ankles, lift up, inhale. You lengthen the spine. Exhale, draw the body forward. Chin into the chest. Take a breath. Slowly rise. Draw the soles of the feet together. Open the feet like a book. Bring your elbows into the knees and take an inhale, lift up, lengthen. Exhale, draw the body forward. Relax the chin. Stillness. Slowly rise. Draw those knees together. Find your way down onto your back. Keep your hands on top of your legs as you slowly lower down. Finding your way onto your back. Just planting your feet into the mat. Just toe heel those feet out to the outside edges. Your palms facing down. Slowly draw the belly button into the spine. Tailbone starts to tilt, so keep that going, lifting. Tailbone, now lower back, now mid back, all the way up to the sky. Into bridge pose, pressing down through the hands, and keep your chin exactly where it is. So you don't want to damage your neck ever. Whenever you're lifting up, never move your head. You're not missing anything on your phone, on your screen. Slowly lowering down vertebrae at a time. Let's do one more bridge pose. So start by drawing in the belly button, lifting up, pressing, strong hands, strong feet. Breathe. Two more breaths. Slowly lowering. Just drawing the knees in together. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Hugging the knees in towards the chest and just extend those legs high to the sky. Maybe reaching to the inside of those knees, grabbing the outside edge of the feet and finding happy baby. Draw your knees down outside the armpits. You get a really nice compression here in the hips. Squeeze some of that energy out of the hips. Drawing the feet back down to the mat, opening the arms out like airplane wings. Taking an inhale and drawing the knees over to the right side. Take the gaze over to the left. Drawing the knees back through center, over to the other side. Take the gaze over to the opposite shoulder. Bringing the knees back through center. Any other shapes your body needs before slowly making your way into your final resting shape. Closing your eyes, taking a deep inhale into your body. Exhaling and just letting it all go. Shavasana. Take a soft inhale, a soft exhale. Maybe touching fingers to your palms, wiggling the toes just a little. And maybe reaching the hands high above the head, pointing the toes and bringing life back into your spacesuit. Exhaling, hugging the knees into the chest. Giving yourself a squeeze and finding your way slowly onto your side. Slowly pressing up to a cross-legged seated position as we started, returning full circle. Just bringing the hands into the heart. Maybe bowing the head and taking a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Again, grateful for that breath because today you woke up. You get to breathe when millions didn't. Start there every day with that thought. We bring the thumbs to the third eye, that space in between your eyebrows. And we send out healing, good vibes, good energy to everybody that needs it right now. Your thoughts carry energy, so use them wisely. Draw the thumbs towards the mouth. Use your speech wisely. Your words carry energy. Finishing back at the heart, because that's where we want to stay rooted, coming from everything kind and compassion. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Grateful for you showing up to share some space, some time with me. Namaste. Thank you so much. So that's your Friday practice, that practice, a very soul-rooted practice with a lot of Ashtanga basics. So that teaches you how each shape feels. So hopefully you enjoyed that. It's kind of over before you even realize what the hell's going on. Kind of like life, right? So let's get out, live that bloody life, figure out what you want your day to look like. You got another one. And enjoy yourselves, all right? Come on. That's it. Come on, to here. No. All right, you enjoy yourself. That's my boy. Yeah.